It's been a while, so I'm sitting still in the garden, and it has been a very stormy day here in Texas. Well, in our area, in the Houston and surrounding areas. So our little garden is swamped, but we needed the rain. And I just come out because after my job, I came out and checked my garden because it kind of just takes some of the pressure from the work day off. Um, but I'm glad I did. So I got to reroute my watermelon vine so it'll go up my trellis the proper way. Um, I picked some cucumbers that I missed 2 days ago. They may be past time, but I'm going to use them. And yeah, everything is growing. It seems like it's taking forever for the tomatoes to ripen on the vine, but I'm going to wait on them. But the rain has cleared in my area. The ground is very saturated, but this afternoon is so beautiful. The breeze is nice. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping and the wind chimes, but it's a nice evening. And I just decided to have a seat and have a chat. Yeah, so how's your garden growing, or have you started anything? Yeah, I put okra seeds in the ground, but I haven't seen anything. I'm thinking I may look for some okra starts, and I don't want too much okra, just maybe 2 plants because okra really produces here. I didn't do any beans this year, but I have plenty of tomatoes, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do tomato sauce. I did pull some of my garlic that did not bulb, but I think it's because it's not for our region. Someone gave it to me and I planted it because why not give it a try? And I pulled some of it, but I don't think it's gonna bulb. But I did dry it out in the dehydrator, and I am going to actually grind it up and just use it for seasoning. And yeah, so my pepper plants are producing a lot, so I'm proud of that. The tomato plants have produced a lot, they just haven't ripened. So yeah, I'll show you all what everything is produced, and I'll show you my little harvest for today and my harvest from 2 days ago. And I actually harvested some corn. Oh, I'm watching the bees. I actually harvested some corn, and because it was a a midget corn, so the cobs are very small, and they actually are cute little cobs. And I think next year when I plant corn, or whenever I can plant corn again, I am going to plant a ton of that because it's just the right size. It's just the right size. So I'm really proud of that, and I'll insert that picture also. But yeah, it's just a beautiful afternoon. So I'm going to show you the plants now. This is the lemon boy, and it is so full of tomatoes that I just can't even count them. It's just packed. And I've only had one off of this actual plant, and it was good, but it's just green tomatoes. So many green tomatoes. And again, I forgot to label all my plants, and this is another tomato plant, and it's just packed to the brim with tomatoes, and I have not had a chance to taste any of them. And this is an orange tomato. I know this is an orange tomato, but it hasn't produced any yet. It has flowers, but it has not produced yet. This is a squash. We'll see what I get. And this is my roses, my miniature roses. And see how big those tomatoes are? Look, but nothing yet. Or did I have one? I think I've had one of these. Only one. And here's another tomato plant. Just jam-packed. Tomatoes galore. But nothing has ripened. And I've pruned this plant like majorly. And nothing. And this is my little banana pepper. I did have a small banana pepper harvest once before. This one made one. And those are some more lemon boys hiding back there. This is my jalapeno plant. Oops. And it is growing, growing, growing. It has gotten so tall. And this is the purple bell pepper. It is constantly producing. I think it's too small for as many peppers as it produces. Sorry, y'all. But it produces a lot. And my green bell pepper does too. So I've been proud that I've been pretty stocked with peppers. And someone told me they think these are serrano. Again, blame me because I did not label anything. And I did use them to season some of my food, and they wasn't spicy. They had good flavor, but they wasn't spicy. And this is poblano by a sunflower, but this is a poblano pepper. And I see I finally got a little bud right there. And this is my China Jade cucumber plant. That's what this is. And it is an ugly mess right now because I did not plan right and pull it up right. And so, but the cucumbers have tasted good, so we're just gonna go with the flow. And I planted a row of nasturtiums. I haven't seen any flowers yet. And this is to be my watermelon patch. And I know I shouldn't have planted the watermelon so close to the cucumber, but I did, and that's after the fact now. So I did train them, or I'm training them to go over this trellis that I made so that they would go back and forth. And that way I can have them instead of laying on the ground and taking up so much of my space. I did plant a bunch of, well, I just threw flowers down here, and I'm starting to see them pop up. Some of this is weeds, but I'm starting to see the flowers pop up. Like that is a flower. That is a weed, but this is a flower. So yeah, and that is some of my corn harvest that my corn, some of it hasn't even made yet because I planted some seeds at different times. So I'm hoping I get a few more. If not, I'm satisfied. I got to put some ears in my little freezer, and we'll see what comes of it. And I kept my dill bush because it brings the bees to my garden. And yeah, they are pollinators and they loving the dill bush, so I kept it.